a fatal accident that leaves them trapped inside a sauna with constantly rising heat. The film begins by showing a couple, Jenna and Jamie, who are about to get married. They deeply love each other and are planning to buy household necessities for their future together. However, during their trip, their car gets into a fatal accident that kills Jamie.
I just love you so. Yeah, well, what if we go look at it?
Maybe.
Dinner for the whole entire wedding party. Jamie!
3 years later, Jenna is still trying to recover from the trauma of that incident. Not long after, she meets her close friend Renee as they are about to go on a vacation together. On this trip, Jenna and Renee will be joined by Jenna's boyfriend Michael and Michael's friend Ian. Michael and Renee invite Jenna and Ian to come along because they want to bring Jenna and Ian closer. They then take a boat to reach their vacation destination.
Hey, she's cute. Hi, nice to meet you.
Thanks for inviting us.
It takes about an hour to drive around the lake.
I guess we're getting on the boat.
Boat ride.
Yeah, come on.
All right, come on in. Let me drive.
What's up with this May Day celebration anyway?
I like Jenna. She seems interesting.
Come on up.
This time, they will be staying at a cabin that Ian's uncle, Wade, rents every year to attend the May Day festival held annually by the local residents. The good news is that Wade has also bought tickets for all 4 of them so they can attend the festival. Ian and Jenna begin to show signs of growing interest in each other. Meanwhile, Wade, along with his dog Bo, warmly welcomes them. When Wade offers them drinks, Jenna chooses not to have any and instead goes inside the house first. It turns out that Jenna is still haunted by the trauma of Jamie's death, which is why she regularly takes antidepressant. However, on that day, she decides not to take them so she can enjoy her time with her friends without the effects of the medication. Not long after, Wade and Bo excuse themselves to take care of some business, promising to return before dinner.
Hey, come on, Bo. Let's go.
Make sure to come back and eat.
Oh, I never miss a meal.
Since there are only 2 bedrooms upstairs, one is used by Michael and Renee while the other is given to Jenna, and Ian chooses to sleep on the sofa. After that, Michael and Renee rest in their room while Ian and Jenna stay downstairs chatting casually. While waiting for dinner, Ian and Jenna cook together.
I don't think we want to hear what comes next. Can I get you a beer? You can watch me make dinner.
But I will help.
That evening, all of them, including Wade, gather and enjoy dinner together while sharing stories about their lives. During the conversation, Ian talks about his strong passion for writing and expresses his hope of publishing his work someday. After dinner, Renee privately tells Jenna that she is happy to see Jenna starting to enjoy her vacation. At one point, Michael is seen receiving something discreetly from Wade, and later that night, Wade has to leave again to take care of some business. Before leaving, he reminds them to attend the festival that night, mentioning there will be a fireworks show and making sure they bring their tickets. Instead of heading straight to the festival, they decide to relax first by trying the sauna in the cabin. Jenna initially wants to go directly to the festival, but since the others choose to use the sauna, she eventually joins them.
Go in the sauna?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Oh, man, we gotta do that.
Yeah, well, what about the party? I mean, don't we have to get ready?
Give us a chance to relax a little bit.
What are you thinking? I don't want you to do anything you're uncomfortable doing, and I don't want...
No, it's okay.
They are impressed that Wade managed to build a sauna inside the cabin. At that time, the temperature inside reaches 184 degrees, which is still considered normal. Inside, there are heated stones that produce steam when water is poured over them, allowing the temperature to be adjusted as needed, and the changes can be monitored through a thermostat. After a while, feeling overheated, they decide to cool off by jumping into the lake.
Too bad we don't have any snow to roll around in.
You know, if you guys are hot, we can always go jump in the lake.
Let's go.
Actually, that sounds like
Wow,
a
we're
good
it's cold.
Let's go.
However, because the water is extremely cold, Jenna and Renee return to the sauna to warm themselves, while Ian and Michael stay outside, continuing to drink. Ian drinks moderately, but Michael consumes far more than he should and eventually becomes drunk. They repeat the same activity again, jumping into the lake and returning to the sauna. In his intoxicated state, Michael tries to initiate intimacy with Renee, but she firmly rejects him because they are not in an appropriate situation and she feels uncomfortable, especially with their friends being nearby. Michael then chooses not to return to the sauna and heads to the bathroom.
Gentlemen, do you want to do some cinnamon? Yeah?
Not really.
No, I don't want to. I am tired of taking care of you. Stop. Stop me your trunk. Stop it.
I'm not drunk. Bathroom?
Renee begins to complain about Michael's behavior when he is drunk, saying it is exhausting. Not long after, they hear two loud banging sounds from outside. When Michael does not respond to their calls, Ian considers going after him, but Renee stops him, assuming Michael is just drunk as usual. Frustrated by Michael's behavior, Renee decides to go back to her room. However, when they try to leave, the sauna door suddenly cannot be opened, even though it was working normally just moments before. Jenna begins to panic as she realizes she is trapped inside the sauna. Ian tries to force the door open multiple times, but he fails each time.
No, I want to go. It's hot.
Open it!
Jenna, please. Okay.
You don't know what it was like being trapped for so long.
Okay, hey, we're not trapped.
Renee suspects that this is Michael's doing, believing his joke has gone too far. Ian then tells them to control their breathing and stay calm to conserve energy and avoid dehydration. Even so, Jenna cannot hide her anxiety in that situation. Because she did not take her antidepressants, she starts experiencing an anxiety attack, though she still tries to calm herself down. When Ian and Renee attempt to look through the small window on the door, they notice something blocking it from the outside. Although they cannot clearly identify what it is, they realize they must find a way out as soon as possible. Although they can still breathe, the continuously rising heat puts them at risk of heat stroke. This condition occurs when the body can no longer tolerate extreme temperatures, leading to symptoms such as headaches, vomiting, fainting, and in severe cases, death. Ian tries to reassure them that everything will be fine.
It's too hot. I can't breathe.
And a person can only stay in here for so long.
That's why I said let's just take it easy, drink plenty of water. It's the heat that we have to worry about.
We can't stay in here. We're gonna suffocate or something.
Suffering heat stroke.
It's when your body stops trying to cool itself off. You vomit, you get headaches, you get dizzy.
He explains that inside the sauna, there is only a thermostat, while the main temperature control is located outside. This means that any adjustment to the temperature can only be made from outside the sauna. Once the temperature reaches a certain level, the heater will automatically shut off, and the thermostat functions as an indicator of the temperature inside. Therefore, they must be careful not to damage it. In an attempt to escape, Ian uses a heated stone that he first cools down, then uses it to break part of the window on the door.
I'm not sure that I want to mess with this. This is the part that tells the heater to turn off. You set the temperature outside, the heater runs. That's why not. I want to fuck around with gas.
From there, they finally see that the object blocking the door is a ladder. Ian begins to think that this might not be entirely Michael's fault, while Renee remains convinced that Michael did it intentionally. Even though the situation slightly improves due to the airflow from outside, the temperature inside the sauna slowly rises again as the heating system adjusts back to its original setting. When the sauna window is broken, hot air will escape and the temperature inside will drop. However, since the target temperature has already been set, the thermostat will keep the heater running to restore that temperature. So, the more heat escapes, the more frequently the heater will operate. Ian then tries to move the ladder using a stone tied with cloth, but his efforts still fail. Renee suggests that destroying the thermostat might stop the heater, but Ian explains that it would have the opposite effect. If the thermostat is damaged, the system will automatically raise the temperature to its maximum level, around 250 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be extremely dangerous. Looking for another solution, Ian comes up with the idea of damaging or cutting off the electrical outlet inside the sauna that is connected to the heating system outside. He assumes that if the power is cut, the heater will stop working. However, when he attempts this, Ian gets electrocuted, though fortunately, he is not seriously injured. Unfortunately, his attempt does not work, and the heater continues to run. As the temperature keeps rising, they begin to lose hope and can only wait for someone to come and rescue them. Meanwhile, Wade meets with his friend to make preparations, and they are seen getting things ready for the evening event. At the same time, Bo returns to the house. Hearing the dog barking, Jenna, Ian, and Renee immediately shout for help, hoping that Wade is also there. Unfortunately, Bo can only bark and is unable to help them.
Bo. I think I hear Bo.
It turns out that Wade and his friend are setting off fireworks to celebrate the May Day festival. Just as the fireworks begin to fill the air with loud explosions, Michael suddenly arrives outside the house and encounters Bo. The three people trapped inside the sauna hear Michael's voice and immediately scream for help, but their voices are drowned out by the noise of the fireworks. Strangely, Michael seems to remember something and ends up leaving the place. Since Bo cannot help, he runs back and signals Wade as if urging him to return home. Sensing that something is wrong, Wade decides to head back to the house. When he arrives, Michael approaches him and explains that he was left behind while his friends went to the festival. He admits that he fell asleep and was not woken up. Michael also reveals that earlier he had used something given by Wade, which made him feel light and euphoric, but also caused him to lose control. He explains that afterward he played video games until he eventually fell asleep on a chair, and later woke up because Bo kept barking. Still not fully aware of the situation, Michael tries to call out to his friends inside the house, but receives no response. After searching the entire house and finding no one, he goes outside to meet Bo. As before, Michael even tries to go to the festival, thinking his friends are there, but since he does not have an invitation, he is not allowed to enter by security. Because of that, Wade invites Michael to relax for a while and enjoy the atmosphere of the town.
What are you doing out here? I thought you were at the party.
They went to the party, but they left me passed out on the couch. Man, that stuff you gave me, that's some really good stuff, man.
Shut up. Yo, Ian.
Why don't you go back to the party?
This is a private party.
I don't have it. My friends are in the party, and they have all the invitations.
Come on, Bo.
Looks like he doesn't want to come. So, what's in the bag?
During their conversation, Wade casually asks about the sauna in his cabin, and Michael responds that he had actually forgotten there was a sauna there. Meanwhile, back inside the cabin, Renee, exhausted from waiting for help, finally loses patience and attempts to destroy the thermostat. Jenna tries to stop her, but in the struggle, she accidentally injures Renee, causing her to bleed. Fortunately, Renee only loses consciousness. Seeing this, Jenna becomes even more panicked and overwhelmed with fear, feeling responsible for what happened to her friend. Under intense pressure, she loses control and ends up breaking the thermostat. As Ian had previously explained, this action causes the heater to surge to its maximum temperature of around 250 degrees Fahrenheit, putting their lives in immediate danger. As the situation worsens, Ian begins to lose control and laughs hysterically, as if he has completely given up. Realizing that they will be burned alive if this continues, he takes a desperate step and tries to destroy the heater with his own body, which results in the furnace exploding and killing him. After the explosion, the sauna door appears to open on its own. Jenna quickly rushes out, drinks water to fight her dehydration, and goes to her room to calm herself. However, it is soon revealed that all of it is only a hallucination. In reality, Jenna is still trapped inside the sauna. Ian is already dead, and gas from the damaged heater is filling the room, making the situation even more dangerous. In this critical moment, Jenna tries to save both herself and Renee by securing Renee's body near the window so she can get some air, while Jenna attempts to block the source of the gas leak. But due to exhaustion, Jenna gradually begins to lose consciousness.
You need to breathe, okay? I'm gonna get you to the window, okay? Because the gas is on, okay?
Meanwhile, Michael decides to return to the cabin first. When he arrives, he calls out to his friends, but no one answers. Assuming they are still outside, he chooses to relax and drink until he eventually falls asleep. At this point, the truth is finally revealed. The banging sounds heard earlier were actually caused by Michael, who, in his drunken state, accidentally knocked things over. The second impact occurred when he unknowingly leaned a ladder against the sauna door, which prevented it from being opened from the inside. Not long after, Wade returns to the cabin and is immediately shocked by what he finds inside the sauna. He quickly calls the police and an ambulance, then reports the incident to the authorities. Meanwhile, Michael can only cry in devastation, realizing that his carelessness has led to the death of his friend Ian. Inside the ambulance, Renee, who has regained consciousness, holds Jenna's hand, and the two of them survive the tragic incident as the story comes to an end.